guys, so what Naruto Shippuden episode 478. Now, this could be broken down into flashback overload, but I think it worked considering the content in this episode. And if you already read the manga, you know how epic this chapter was, especially if you. Now, I have to say, this episode kind of looks through Sasuke's perspective and how he saw Naruto, and in the end, it kind of breaks down how, and when Naruto said, as a friend, when you hurt, I hurt, that was obviously impacted Sasuke, and he's thinking back to everything that Naruto and Sasuke have been through, everything in perspective. So, and the thing they added, I don't think was in the manga, is they added Sasuke seeing Naruto's memories from A to Z. And if you want to put it that way, I think it was a nice touch. Obviously, the nostalgic original OST soundtrack was helped as well. But I have to say, the way they handled this episode was on point. The animation of this and the artwork on this for an episode like this was on point, so I really appreciate that. I'd love to know what you guys think. If you're an anime original, what do you think about the episode? You had to know it was going to come down to this sooner or later, and I guess in a way you can say that Sasuke kind of taught no jutsu over Naruto in this, because he says, I admit it, I lost, I acknowledge you, Naruto, which is pretty much the whole struggle of the entire series for Naruto. So that's kind of like wraps that things up. And they could have done it any better. Was there over usage of flashbacks? Probably. But I think, again, it worked. It was that type of episode where you can overthink it about the flashbacks, or you can just let it go and just roll with it. And that's what I did. And I enjoyed it for what it was. And it's very rare that Naruto episodes like this, where there's no action involved, there's just dialogue, can make an episode like this. And especially towards the end. Now, I have to say, I was surprised. I thought they might actually censor the Sasuke and Naruto losing both their arms, but I guess they pulled through and actually realized how big of a moment that was. And if you notice how both their blood is like mixed into one another, kind of symbolizing, they are friends, and no matter what, Sasuke is, at the end, he wants to say, if I die, you can carry on the legacy, and I'll break the cycle of hatred. But Naruto said, no, if you why not help me instead? So obviously Sasuke and Naruto having their ultimate moment, and it is the wrap up to one of the biggest moments in Naruto period. I have to say, it's been a long road to get to throughout the entire series. If you think about where it started and where it is, it really is a nostalgic episode. And it's very, like I said, it's very rare that episodes like this, where there's no action involved, but there's heavy dialogue. Sometimes it gets on your nerves, but with episodes like this, not so much. But let me know what you guys think down below. I thought this was a golden episode, especially when it's the ultimate character development for Sasuke. Finally gets it what friend really is to Sasuke, and that is Naruto. So obviously, it was a great episode. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you read the manga, how this episode made you feel? I thought it was hit the mark perfectly, especially with the ending. But comment, subscribe. Catch you guys for more Naruto. Bye.